Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's I'm going to be reviewing this Bat Design Ram 1500. I want you guys to let me know what you think about this build, because this is my first time reviewing one of these Bat Rams. I did a video on a Ford Super Duty probably a few weeks ago. Anyways, before we get into this video, huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Dodge Ram and Sandy for giving me some time with this truck. Link to their inventory in the description down below. Link to my car buying guide too. Let's get into it. First off, powering this build is a twin-turbo 3-liter inline-6 that goes through an 8-speed. It puts out 420 horsepower and then 469 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So the first thing I noticed is we've got this custom hood here with the venting in the center. There's also a little bit on the side as well. Definitely a unique look and how it's raised up towards the center. It's very cool looking. Now this is built off of a Bighorn. Still get nice headlights with the new Bighorn. Got this grille with the Bat logo. And then we actually have a winch integrated with this package as well. You can see this bumper here. You've got parking sensors built in with it. And there's also a light bar there, the very top section. But yeah, it definitely gives this truck a much more aggressive appearance. These are big tires, so 37 by 12.5 by 22. Definitely a crazy setup if you ask me, and pretty aggressive tires. Now this is lifted, as you can see. The little sticker doesn't state how much it's lifted. I'm guessing this has got to be like a 4 or 5 inch suspension lift. Anyways, got these giant fender flares that are painted to match. Got another Bat logo, fixed side steps added to this as well. And then again, everything's all lifted in the rear here. It looks like we got upgraded shocks there in the back too. See how this performs when we drive it. But this thing's huge. Look at this. That is massive. And then nothing crazy up back. You just have the Bat logo. You've got the stock bumper, it looks like. You got the dual exhaust tips. So yeah, they kind of just kept that the same, but still there's your 3/4 angle. Now this does come with an upgraded interior, so they didn't change the door panel. That's still normal Bighorn, and this trim actually looks like it's different. I had to say that. But the seats, this is the biggest change. Look at this. Really cool trim all over. Yeah, look at that. So that's kind of cool. They've added all those little trim pieces. And taking a look up front, yeah, again, you've got the little insert right there. 1450 is the payload capacity, for those of you wondering. Yeah, look at that. This is pretty cool. See how easy it is to get in. So I've got to put my foot up there, grab the grab handle. It's not too bad. Got to do a little bit of work. But you've got more of that around the gauge cluster too. This kind of, sorry, the camera's not focusing on it. But yeah, that kind of weird trim. There's nothing on the glove box. Oh, Bat logo actually. Oh, how do I say that? And then you guys can see we got another little Bat logo there as well. This is cool. So let's take a look at the price. Okay, so after all the options, and by the way, this is a $32,000 package on top of the Bighorn. Anyways, after all options, $97,683 is the total MSRP on this package. So let's see how it performs. Well, second time reviewing a Bat truck. So interesting to see how this is on the 1500. This kind of reminds me a lot of Black Widow in terms of the, I mean, it's like got darker styling and then just kind of the upgrades with it. But I will say this interior is pretty cool. This is, I mean, it feels like plastic, but just the design on it looks cool with little trim pieces. It's always interesting that they build most of these off of Bighorns. I mean, this is a loaded Bighorn. I mean, it has a panoramic sunroof, for example. Don't think it has a 360 camera, though. Vehicle cameras. Yeah, just rear view. So, just like most lifted trucks, and this has, you know, the Rams have independent front suspension with these 1500s. You lose a bit of down travel with the lift. And the way that you can feel that on road is, you know, it'll be a little bit bumpier with the ride. It's not bad, but definitely compared to a stock truck, it's going to be a little bit more tiptoey, a little bit more feeling like you're on stilts to an extent. The power's great. I know some people are kind of concerned about this Hurricane with having enough get up and go, right? Because when you even though it has good torque, when you go to a smaller displacement, fewer cylinders engine, a lot of times the performance does get substantially worse. I mean, a good example of that is my 250 Land Cruiser that I'm long-term testing on the channel. That has a 4-cylinder hybrid turbo. I've got 33-inch tall tires on it, and the original tires that I put on that were 32.7s, but they were wide. So the tires I have on it now are 255 millimeter wide. The ones that I had originally were 285, and that car struggled with those tires. It really struggled, and it has more torque than my 200 series Land Cruiser that's got tires that are originally 285 millimeters wide. So the point that I'm trying to make here is sometimes when you go to the smaller displacement turbo engines, they actually struggle to move the big tires. This, no struggle at all. Now I don't know if this truck's been re-geared, but I mean, Ram offers a 3.92 axle ratio from the factory, which is pretty aggressive as is, so it's not like you really need to. But yeah, that power is good and smooth. The thing that's nice about this is it's smooth. Inline sixes are about as smooth as a V8 in terms of how they deliver the power. Turbo inline sixes in terms of how they deliver the power. It's actually quite impressive. Yeah, this is nice. It's got really good delivery on the low end too. I'm actually very impressed with what they've done here. So to sum things up, this is the, I think this is the first time, is it the first time I've reviewed a new lifted Ram? It might not be like the first time, but I mean, these are big tires, 37s. These are big tires on a standard new body Ram 1500, and so it can handle them. This inline six, I would say that this is probably the best that I've seen with a turbo engine in 37s that's not a diesel, right? Because obviously if you throw 37s on a Cummins or a Duramax or a Power Stroke, like, yeah, that's a different story. But in terms of a little gas turbo, this handles the big tires very, very well. And it's just another reason as to why they need to figure out how to put this engine in a Jeep. Come on, Jeep. Figure out your packaging. Get her done. Yeah, there you can see, I don't know if you guys heard the little skip, but you can tell that it's lost a bit of down travel with lifting it. And that is one downside about these big lifts with independent suspension up front, is you'll lose down travel. If this was like an HD where it had solid axles front and rear, wouldn't be an issue. But yeah, the independent front suspension definitely puts a damper on things, so to speak. So let me know what you guys think about this. Ooh, let's see if it rubs in reverse. Yeah, no, I'm not noticing any rubbing. So let me know your thoughts.